Here's your First Warn Weather Forecast First, sponsored by Anderson Collision Center. Visit driveanderson.com.
It was another comfortable evening across the state line today. Temperatures had made their way into the 70s this time around, and we had a lot more sunshine than yesterday, and as a result, we did at least make it to the mid-70s. For many of us, low 70s across the rest of the state line. We're still sitting in the low 70s, and a couple spots, though, down into the upper 60s. This has been underneath a bit more sunshine than what we saw yesterday. Our upper-level low-pressure system still sitting well up to our north, keeping our skies clear and free of precipitation. Temperatures will fall back down into the low 50s again tonight, leading to a second cool night in a row. But we do warm again tomorrow, getting back up into the mid and upper 70s underneath similar amounts of sunshine today. I'll let you know when the pattern is expected to change and when we see a warm up and our next rain chances on the way, coming up in your most trusted forecast a little later.
Celebrating culture and community, how local organizations proudly came together to honor Unity Fest at the state line. Plus providing new opportunities for those with disabilities, how one organization helps us celebrate our differences. And the Air and Water Show takes over Chicago yet again this weekend, how some participants are feeling about taking flight.
Live from WTVO 17, this is Eyewitness News at 6.
Good evening, I'm Rhian Weil. Jess is off tonight. Thanks for joining us. The NAACP, Eliminate Racism 815, and the Rockford Park District co-sponsored Unity Fest today. Unity Fest is an event held in a walking parade, and they had a parade in the park as well, where clubs and children's camps were invited to carry banners representing their groups. Free lunch was provided, and visitors enjoyed live music, performances, activities, and games. The event was also an opportunity for community members to register to vote if they hadn't already. Organizers say it's about celebrating the togetherness and unity of our community.
Our organizations, we work together, and we're going to continue to work together, and we're going to continue to bring other organizations to work, pull them in to work with us so that we can create a stronger bind, stronger chain, stronger community.
Scott also says the event shows the relationship his organization has with other clubs in the area and how powerful it can be when they all work together. And more culture was recognized today as the Native American Awareness Committee held the Honoring the Mounds at Beatty Park in Rockford today. It is the 26th year of the event. There was storytelling, dancing, drumming, and more. There were also vendors with Native American goods to share, as well as children's crafts and face painting. One participant says she enjoys celebrating the Native American culture in Rockford because it gives her the opportunity to bond with other people in the community.
Once you go to a powwow, it's fun because there's so many people that you can get in common with, because outside of life there's not really a lot of Native Americans, so it's kind of uncommon. But when I'm at a powwow, it's nice because I could see the people who are the same culture as me and experience that together.
Natalie says children who attended were also given backpacks funded by the event organizers, which is a tradition she is most proud of. And it's a beautiful day in the state line, with many taking full advantage of the sunshine as summer winds down. At West Rock Wake Park, a nonprofit brought water sports to kids with special needs and their families. Our Blake Dietz has more.
It may have been a bit cooler than expected, but that didn't stop plenty of families from coming out to West Rock Wake Park for nonprofit Above the Wake's Cable for a Cause event. Tom Hart started Above the Wake 10 years ago as a way to share his love of water sports with the autism community.
When we started putting Above the Wake together, we realized that there wasn't anything for kids with autism to do on the water. So I thought, oh my gosh, we're wake guys, or we're lake people, and we like being on the water. So I was like, why don't we share this with these kids?
The Michigan-based nonprofit brings their inclusive wakeboarding events to parks across the country. Rockford resident Logan Berg and his brother got the chance to hit the water, gliding and cutting with ease.
I really liked the ride. It was pretty fun and electric, to be honest, but it was pretty easy, and my forearms got really tired at that point, and the slow rides were pretty easy and the fast rides were pretty easy, and it was pretty fun.
Altino Griffith brings his son to Above the Wake's event every year.
If you're not one of those parents who has a child with disabilities, you don't understand the struggles where we can't be normal parents. These events still are rare for autism. So it's like every year knowing that I'm gonna be able to bring my son out here and let him paddleboard and wakeboard is a relief because he really needs it.
Hart says all kids with disabilities need is an opportunity.
It really is amazing to watch them grow on the water. We think, oh, they have autism, they're not going to be able to do this. It is not true. We get stopped so often after these events by parents or guardians or family members that always say, hey, I didn't think that my son or daughter was going to be able to do this. And parents are blown away because they never would have thought that this type of engagement would be successful for their own kid.
Reporting in Rockford for your home team, I'm Blake Dietz.
And a summertime tradition is hitting Lake Michigan again this weekend. Chicago's Air and Water Show taking place today and tomorrow. The headliners are the U.S. Navy Blue Angels and the U.S. Army Parachute Team Golden Knights. This is the 64th annual Air and Water Show in the city. More than 1 million spectators view the show annually, making it the largest free admission air and water exhibition of its kind in the United States. Over the years, the show has featured some of the top civilian and military pilots and aircraft. Participants say it is one to remember.
We do a 2-airplane formation aerobatic routine. They're really, really fun airplanes. They're loud, they're noisy, they're smoky, and they're great air show airplanes as well. We're so excited to fly here. I understand there's over 1 million people watching this, and I've never flown in front of 1 million people, so maybe I'm a little nervous, I don't know.
The Air and Water Show runs again tomorrow from 10:30 a.m. to 3 p.m. The race for the White House continues as election month is inching closer. We're learning just how close the race is when we return.
Our temperatures made their way into the mid-70s underneath a little bit more sunshine than yesterday. Similar trends as we head into tomorrow with slightly warmer temperatures each day after. I'll let you know when we're expecting to see our next rain chances move into the state line coming up in just a few minutes.
You're watching Eyewitness News, your home team, with Jess Lipson, Drew Collins, and meteorologist Jordan Wolf.
Now the race for the White House. Both Vice President Harris and former President Trump are making their case to voters this weekend. As new polling analysis suggests, the race is now dead even. ABC's Soreen Shaw has the story.
This morning, dual rallies across the West. Vice President Kamala Harris continuing her blitz across swing states, now to Arizona, attending a rally with thousands. Harris continuing the rollout tour just days after picking Minnesota Governor Tim Walz as her vice presidential running mate on the Democratic ticket. Walz touting the number of attendees in Arizona.
You know, it's not as if anybody cares about crowd sizes or anything. So.
You know what? Hold on a second. Hold on.
At one moment, a protester interrupting Harris.
Let me just say this on topic of what I think I'm hearing over there. Let me just speak to that for a moment. Now is the time to get a ceasefire deal and get the hostage deal done.
Harris and Trump both sparring over abortion.
It would ban medication abortion in every state. But we are not going to let that happen because we trust women.
Trump and Harris expected to face off in person after both committed to being at the ABC News presidential debate in September. Trump in Montana overnight. His plane diverted to Billings after mechanical issues in the deep red state, which is not expected to be competitive in November.
It's a big state, it's a beautiful state, and we love it, and we've won it every time by a lot.
That was Soreen Shaw reporting, and Israel's forces have targeted yet another school in Gaza, launching missiles at what they call a command and control center for Hamas. 80 people were killed, including children. Nearly 50 others were hurt. A Gaza City hospital director says nearly 6,000 people were inside the school when the missiles were launched. This isn't the first time Israel has targeted schools in Gaza. A United Nations report says the country has launched missile strikes on 18 schools in just the past month. It was very nice out today, but still a little on the cooler side. When we come back, meteorologist Jordan Wolf will tell us what weather we can look forward to next week.
Now, your first warned weather forecast from meteorologist Jordan Wolf.
Wow, it's a calm day in the state line today. That was not the case around 4 years ago. That was the 2020 Midwest derecho, which was actually the costliest thunderstorm event in modern U.S. history. We had numerous severe thunderstorm reports across the area and the Midwest, 25 tornado reports, over 540 wind reports, and also 26 hail reports. Locally, we also saw some of those across the area, including a few of those tornado reports across portions of Stevenson into Winnebago, Boone, and McHenry County, along with numerous wind reports, including a 100-mile-per-hour wind gust that was reported in Forreston. Again, things thankfully much calmer here on this afternoon, as we had some nice fair weather cumulus clouds that built across the state line throughout the afternoon, as shown very well with our Mercy Health SkyTrack camera overlooking downtown Rockford up on the Supply Corps building that's brought to us by Window World. This is all spinning along an upper-level low-pressure system well up to our north that has also kept our skies relatively clear. But one thing that it's also doing is it's keeping a lot of the moisture away from the region. And that's why we're still seeing some very, very calm and comfortable dew points. Those dew points an indication of how much moisture we have at the lowest levels of the atmosphere. And we have some very dry dew points across the area down in the 40s and 50s, which is why it has felt really so cool and comfortable, not only today, but also over the last couple of days. We have our temperatures, though, that have warmed a little bit underneath the sunshine. Right now, 74 in Rockford, 72 in Dixon, 71 Sterling and Rochelle, as well as in DeKalb. 70 degrees, the current temperature in Poplar Grove. The only spot below 70 degrees is 69 right now out in Galena. Our weather watcher Terry and Janella reporting 72 degrees along with a dew point of 54 and winds out of the west, a breezy 15 miles per hour. Into the night tonight, we are going to continue to see those clear skies, and that will help to initiate what we call radiational cooling. This is a very efficient way to cool off our temperatures. When we have clear skies like we will into the night tonight, all of that radiation that builds up from the afternoon sunshine escapes back up into the atmosphere, allowing for those temperatures to cool off a little bit quicker. That is going to be the case as we head into the night tonight, as well as what we had last night. And that's what allowed our temperatures to fall pretty quickly, as they will again tonight, down into the 50s and the low 50s once we head into the early hours of tomorrow morning. Notice the clear skies throughout the entire time, allowing for that radiational cooling to take place. But as we get into tomorrow, we do get some sunshine that returns through partly cloudy skies, allowing for temperatures to warm a little bit more. We're back up to the upper 70s this time around underneath fairly pleasant conditions once again. We might see a little bit of a breeze, although not quite as much as was today or yesterday. A pattern change is on the way, though, in the upper levels of the atmosphere. This is a map that shows our upper level heights in the area, which is just an indication of what separates warmer from cooler air. Cooler air to the north with that upper level low, but notice all of this flow is mostly west to east, or what we call zonal flow. Eventually, though, this becomes a bit more choppy and wavy, and that's what allows for multiple disturbances to start to build in, including these troughs that will start to bring us our next rain chances as we head into the next few days. That first one comes in as we get closer to Monday. The majority of that moisture, though, stays off to our south and to our west, but we may see some scattered chances for some showers during the afternoon. Once we head into the middle of the week, though, we do start to build in a little bit more heat. Not quite as much as close to average, but nonetheless back in the low 80s for those afternoon high temperatures, including near daily rain chances, but none of those days expected to be a washout. Nonetheless, though, at least returning back closer to average for those temperatures through the week ahead.
All right, thanks, Jordan. Well, Drew's in next with sports. He'll tell us about the Store Youth Basketball Camp and a recap of the Bears' first preseason game.
Now sports with Drew Collins.
AJ and Amber Store hosted a free youth basketball camp earlier today. The Store family instilled confidence, healthy habits, and altogether a positive experience for the city of Rockford. Rockford is where it all started for the Store family, and today AJ Store and his sister Amber held a free youth basketball camp. This is the first annual Store sibling clinic to give back to the youth here in Rockford. AJ is a former Lutheran Crusader. He committed to Rutgers and earned all Big East freshman team. He then transferred to Wisconsin, where we all saw him flash and shine last year. He now will play in Lawrence, Kansas with Hall of Fame coach Bill Self and the Jayhawks. He told me he expects nothing less than a national title. But before we get there, we heard from him and his sister and how much it means to them to be able to hold an event like this in Rockford.
Really I just remember me being a kid and just, wanted to, look up to somebody that, had interest in something I wanted to accomplish later on in life. So I think just me being here is just like hopefully helpful to the kids, you know, to give them some motivation and just know that, you know, I'm from the same city and I'm playing college basketball now and going to the NBA next year. So.
I feel like in Rockford, because it's such a small city compared to other large cities, we just want to let the youth know that they have a chance to get out and go to college for free.
And of course, what would this event be without some family love? AJ spoke on the motivation and support of his family.
Just watching my sister play, she won the 8th grade state championship. I was in 7th grade, so really just seeing her play and stuff, she was different back then, so just seeing her play really motivated me.
And for all the Storr family supporters, this is what you can expect in the future.
Very excited, looking forward to winning a lot of games. Obviously they lost early last year, so I know they're hungry. They're a better team, hungry. Coach Self wants to get back to a national championship. So that's the expectation for us. As soon as we came in on day one, that's all he's been preaching, national championship.
It's been a long-awaited moment for all Bears fans as we finally caught a glimpse of Caleb Williams in action. He led 2 drives, 2 field goals, and had some impressive moments. We saw a little bit of everything. We saw Caleb work out a shotgun, play action, a flashy screen pass to his new running back, DeAndre Swift, and even a throw on the run that was a beauty here on the sideline, a tease of what some call future, maybe the present in Chicago. All around, the Bears looked great today. They dominated the Bills in Buffalo 33-6. And the hype behind Jordan Love and this Packers offense continues to explode through the roof. The starting crew looked fantastic today. Love only went 2 for 2 with 63 yards and a touchdown, but the beautiful 65-yard touchdown to Wicks, following up by a drive-ending Emmanuel Wilson touchdown, just proves how dangerous this offense can really be this year. The Packers beat the Browns 23-10 in Game 1 of the preseason. That's sports. We'll be right back.
A gorilla is born at the Detroit Zoo. It's the first time a baby gorilla has been born at the zoo in its 96-year history.
Okay.
The new addition arrived 2 days ago to its mom and dad. The baby's sex hasn't been determined yet, and it doesn't have a name yet either. Look at how cute it is. It's so small. Aww. The staff prepared for the gorillas for months before the baby arrived, including carrying a stuffed gorilla around the habitat to demonstrate how to carry the baby. I think that's really interesting. I guess they need to learn, kind of like us, how to hold babies.
Right, yeah. You have that preparation.
We have no word on when the public's going to get to see the baby, as the zoo's animal care team wants to give the mom and dad enough time to bond with the baby. So look at how cute it is. Do you guys like gorillas?
I've never seen a gorilla, but I've seen gorillas on video like this. Right.
You've never been to the zoo and seen one?
I haven't been to a zoo that has gorillas.
Really?
I mean, I'm more of a cat guy. Like, I want to see the Bengals and the Tigers and, you know, even the night crawlers. Like, that's what I enjoy. But, yeah, the gorillas, you know, they look pretty cute there. So.
I feel like all the zoos I've been to have gorillas, so that's crazy.
Although I can't complain with anything baby animal related.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm sure in Detroit they have some nice weather compared to here, or no?
We've actually been pretty similar to what we've been under the influence of the same kind of weather systems that we have. And thankfully that's kept us really cool and comfortable as well. And that's going to continue to be the case as we head throughout the majority of the week ahead. But we do have some changes eventually on the horizon. Right now, the First Warn Interactive Radar brought to us by Rockford Glass & More, showing off the clear skies we have free of precipitation, which is the important news. And now we're still seeing temperatures that will start to cool as we head into the night tonight. We're back down in the low 50s again. Not quite any record-breaking cool, but it will be close once again like we had last night down in the low 50s. Upper 70s for the next couple of days in a row. A lot more sunshine again tomorrow, but some scattered showers may be in the picture as we head into Monday morning and Monday afternoon. Tuesday looks dry, but then as we head into the week ahead, that's where we start to see a bit more of the moisture working back into the region and at least a few more daily rain chances, including a threat for a few thunderstorms, along with temperatures climbing back close to average.
Thanks, Jordan. That's our show. Thanks for joining us. Have a good night.